When I arrived at the old house that weekend, I wasn't expecting anything special. Just silence. Maybe a little peace. A break from everything. No drama. No surprises. Just stillness. The porch light was already on when I pulled up. That soft yellow glow, you know the kind, the one that makes even bad memories feel a little softer around the edges. It had been a while since I'd been back. Since the separation, well, let's just say I hadn't really found my footing yet. I was floating, surviving, showing up where I needed to, but inside, empty, tired. That house used to be my safe place. My little corner of the world where I knew how everything worked, where the mugs were stacked wrong in the cupboard, and the floors creaked in the same exact spots they did years ago. Tea still smelled like cinnamon and fabric softener, just like when we all lived there together. I stepped inside and the air hit me with memories I didn't even know I still carried. Family pictures lined the hallway. A few of them crooked, same as always, and right in the middle of it all was him. My stepson. He was already there when I arrived. Said he came in earlier to spend the weekend too. He's 22 now, tall, quiet, respectful. One of those rare souls who listens more than he speaks. He was visiting his dad. But of course, his dad wasn't there yet. It was just me and him, in that familiar old house. And at first, it was fine, normal. I was just happy to be somewhere familiar. Happy not to be alone, even if we didn't have much to say. He offered to heat me up some leftover soup, and I remember thinking, when did his voice get so deep? But still, nothing unusual. Nothing strange, just two people, caught in the same old place, trying to make sense of the new spaces life had put between them. Little did I know, that weekend, that quiet, ordinary weekend, would be the one I'd keep replaying in my head for months. Because something happened that night, something I never expected. And I still don't know if I was completely wrong, or just completely human. Before we dive deeper, if you're drawn to real, tangled emotions and stories that leave you thinking, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and stay with me. You're watching Whispers of Betrayal, and trust me, you'll want to stay for this one. The first night passed quietly. Had dinner, something simple, just leftover jollof rice and grilled chicken, offered to warm it up, but he was already in the kitchen, sleeves rolled up, focused, like he'd done it 100 times. He handed me a plate, smiled and said, "You still like your chicken extra crispy, right?" That caught me off guard, because I hadn't said that in years. We ate in the dining room. No TV. No noise. Just the clinking of forks and a light breeze from the open window. It wasn't awkward. Actually, it felt easy. Natural. We talked about school, about how he was taking more psychology classes now. He listened. Not just nodded and smiled. I mean really listened, the way he tilted his head slightly when I spoke, like every word mattered. It had been a long time since anyone made me feel that heard. After dinner, we watched a movie. Not too close. Not too far. He started quoting lines out loud, and I laughed, that kind of laugh that starts deep in your belly and surprises you. We stayed up later than we probably should have. The topics got deeper, not flirty. Not suggestive, just intimate in a way that felt safe. The next morning, I woke up to the smell of tea brewing. He'd made it just the way I like, no sugar, a dash of milk, one cinnamon stick. He handed it to me in my old favorite mug and said, "Still your kind of morning, right?" That little detail, it did something to me. We sat at the table, both quietly sipping. He called me Mimi, a nickname his dad used to say. He said it casually, but the way it rolled off his tongue, it sounded different now. There was no moment. No incident. Just a series of little things, piling up slowly, unassuming, gentle, steady. And I kept telling myself, it's just bonding. It's just kindness. It felt good to laugh again, to be seen again. To be remembered. But it was just that, laughter, nothing more. It was sometime after the second night that I started noticing little things, not big gestures. Not words, just pauses, stillness in moments that used to pass by unnoticed. We were eating dinner and I looked up, mid-bite, to find his eyes already on me, not inappropriate, but deep, like he saw something in me I wasn't ready to see in myself. He said, "You look peaceful when you're here." I muttered a thank you and turned my back. That night, I couldn't sleep. My thoughts wouldn't sit still. The next day, I noticed how he glanced at me when I wasn't looking. Or when he thought I wasn't, and then how quickly he'd look away. I caught myself doing the same. My chest fluttered when he walked into the room. Not in a lustful way, just awakened. I started avoiding mirrors. And I whispered to my reflection, how could I miss the signs? Or, was I the one sending them? The storm came out of nowhere. It hit hard, sudden. Lights flickered, then went out. He brought candles into the living room. Lit them slowly. We sat on the couch. One blanket between us. Then it happened. I reached for the remote. So did he. Our hands touched, neither of us moved. And the candle between us flickered, unstable. Alive. I should have pulled away. But I didn't. Not right away. Because part of me didn't want to. The next day, I avoided him. Stayed in my room. Said I had a headache. He noticed. Later, he asked, did I do something wrong? And I couldn't look him in the eye. I tried to journal. Nothing came. I prayed. Just whispered into the dark. Then I stood in front of the mirror and asked myself. Was it him, or was it me? That night, another storm came. He found me in the kitchen, staring out the window. He said it quietly, I think about you. More than I should. And I know it's wrong. My heart raced. I said, you're not alone in that, but we can't. We didn't touch, just stood in that thick, painful stillness. His eyes shimmered. My voice trembled. And in that moment, everything was said. The next morning, I packed quietly. Left a note on the counter, you are kind. You are seen. But this path is not ours to take. Then I drove away. Rain tapped gently on the windshield. I didn't cry. Didn't speak. Just thought. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is the right thing. That night, I saw his message. I understand. Just wanted you to know, you weren't the only one who felt something. No emojis. No promises. Just closure. I stared at it for a long time before locking my phone. Some moments aren't meant to be repeated. Just remembered. Was I wrong for feeling what I felt, or was it just human, to crave being understood? He saw me. And maybe I saw him too. We didn't cross a line. But we stood at the edge. And in another life, who knows? But in this one, we let go. So let me ask you. If you were in my shoes, what would you have done? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Whispers of Betrayal for more stories like this, where secrets settle, silence speaks, and nothing is ever just black or white. Only everything in between.